I told you I'd be right back. And here I am. I feel like my hair's all over today. All right, so I am now live to talk with Heidi. Heidi is going to be also presenting, and I see her popping on right now, so let me go ahead and do that. All right, we'll give it a minute to do its thing. So yeah, make sure too, you can always check all the videos out on YouTube. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I am good. Your hair looks amazing, by the way.
Oh my God, thank you. Thank you. It's feeling a little crazy today. It's like so humid, so I'm just like, whatever. Just do whatever you want. I don't care.
Yeah, it's the same thing in DC. I just let it go. This is the first day I actually blow dried my hair. So, and just for you, just for, everyone joining today.
I feel so special now because that's a big freaking deal, okay? Like when you have to like put makeup on and do your hair, like that's a big deal. I absolutely appreciate that. Thank you.
Of course. My pleasure. And also both of my cats are joining. They're on either side. You'll see them at some point.
Oh my gosh, I love that. I love it. I love your background too. It's so pretty.
Thank you. Yeah, this is a mural I painted shortly after we moved in.
Really? Oh my God. No, it's beautiful. I love that.
Thank
you. I'm so excited for you to be chatting at Which City Tarot. So why don't you go ahead and tell everybody a little bit about you and then what you'll be talking about.
Yeah, sure. So, yeah, my name is Heidi Phelps, and I'm the creator of Black Violet Tarot, which the first publication came out in 2021. I wrote it and illustrated it while I was pregnant and my mother was sick with and then passed away from cancer.
Oh, wow.
Thank you. Thank you. So it's a work that's really near and dear to my heart, and you definitely, like, creating this deck was a big part of just what got me through such a emotional but also really confusing time.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, because it was simultaneously the happiest and the saddest time of my life.
It really is. Like, talk about like a liminal space. Like you were in the liminal space that like whole time. Yeah.
Right. And it's confusing. It's really confusing for anyone who's gone through grief before, or pregnancy, or both at the same time. Like, it's definitely, any of those things is a lot, and experience them all at the same time was just confusing. Wow. And I would say that, like, my mom's death didn't make me less happy about being pregnant and my daughter on the way, and having my daughter on the way didn't make me less sad about my mom dying. It really was like those two extremes happening simultaneously. And so what I had done is I had already kind of started learning tarot and like thinking through different cards and how I would illustrate them, but I really jumped into the practice of creating a card a day while I was going through this, because the thought was, I was taking it, the only way that I could really get through it is to get through one day at a time, like this particular time in my life.
Yeah, I mean, that makes complete sense. I mean, that's the only way. Yeah.
Right. And one way to kind of help me stay like one day at a time was to do one card at a time.
That makes sense, though. I think it's, whatever that energy of was that day too. It's like, what a way to like focus it, channel it, like transmute it, whatever you needed to do.
Right.
I love that. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And just stay present in that particular moment. And drawing for me is something that really helps me just stay present. It's kind of meditative. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it can be really frustrating too, but it's a frustration that it really is such a labor of love. Like, you want to get it right. And it's a frustration that takes me anyway, sort of out of everyday stressors. Like, I'm not worried about, like, I don't know, oh my God, I have to run to the grocery store, or I have to pick up my daughter in 10 minutes. You worry about those things too, but it's a completely different type of stress that feels very yours, very of that particular moment.
Right. Yeah. And you can't like blame anybody else. It's all you, and it is. So it's almost, in a way, it's like kind of a form of shadow work in a way too, right? Because it's just that focused energy on yourself and yeah, you're getting frustrated. This isn't working out, or it's not looking the way you want, but it's up to you to change it and do something about it.
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes if you make a mistake, you have to, depending on what medium you're working with, you have to incorporate that mistake. You can't erase it. Now
Yeah.
with digital stuff, you kind of can.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes it's a little bit hard. But yeah, sometimes those mistakes just become a part of your art and a part of your process.
Yeah, yeah, and I love that. And it really makes me think of too when, like the Japanese pottery, like if it ever breaks or cracks, they never get rid of it and they just fill it with gold. Like
Yeah,
that
it's
just
wabi
totally
sabi.
yeah, that like popped in my head when you said that. Like that totally like kind of went together in my head.
Yeah, in the end, it's even more beautiful than if it had been like a perfect vase,
Yeah,
for example.
absolutely. Because we're not perfect, right? We're just messy humans over here.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. So why don't you tell us a little bit about the deck and what the images are and that sort of thing?
Yeah. So it started off as a 78 card deck based on Rider-Waite Smith. I've since added in some bonus cards that are completely original.
Mm-hmm.
In the latest version, which is the Black Violet Tarot Deluxe Edition, it has 2 bonus cards. One is called Ghost and one is called Coven.
Ooh.
Yeah, and they're neat. But basically, yeah, it's an 80 card deck. It's all black and white. And it's still based on Rider-Waite Smith apart from the bonus cards.
Yeah.
And so yeah, all of that methodology
I
in
love
there.
it.
But
Yeah.
all the archetypes are represented by female or women presenting characters. You can read into them whatever they want. They don't really have a specific gender, but a lot of people identify them as women.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. And so what will you be chatting about at Witch City?
So in Witch City, I'm going to kind of tell my story. I think it's a peculiar one, but with how I kind of came to tarot and became a tarot deck artist. And then I'm also going to guide a workshop it's going to be a creative workshop based on tarot cards.
Awesome.
Yeah. So whether I'm still kind of working through the logistics because we have a little bit of time, but
yeah, sometimes it doesn't come together until the end because you're like thinking of all the different things. Like I do this every time and like I have an idea what I do, but it's like until I get to that week of sometimes that's when it all like comes together.
Yeah, exactly. It all kind of aligns and makes complete sense. And right now it feels a little bit nebulous, but it's gonna come together like it always does. But yeah, so I'm an artist and a writer, and I think that creative prompts can really work beautifully and be really helpful. Well, tarot can be really helpful for creative prompts, whether you're writing, whether you're a visual artist, whether you're even just like chopping up ingredients and thinking about what you're going to put in your soup for the day. Like it could be as sort of a jumping off point for whatever it is that you want to create. And so I want to use tarot cards in this workshop as creative prompts for people to kind of get a jump start on their own projects.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, no, I think that, and it's, it is an amazing way to do that because sometimes things come up you didn't even think about and it totally takes you in a different direction. And that's what I love about it.
Yeah,
for
sure. Yeah. Like, oh, this made me think of something. And then that led to the other thought. And then it's just like a train of thought that brings you here. You're like, oh, all of a sudden I have an idea for a short story.
No, I love that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I'm like I said, I'm so excited to meet you in person, to see you and see your talk and everything. Why don't you tell everyone where they can find you?
Yep, I am available at blackviolettarot.com. I also have a freelance illustration business that's blackviolet.io, just for general illustration, but you can see some more stuff there too.
Awesome.
But yeah, tarot, blackviolettarot.com.
Awesome. And you will be vending also at the Witches Market, right?
That's right. Yes. I'm going to have tarot cards, tarot decks. I'm going to have some art prints. I also have a Blackbird Lenormand deck that I made. Which is sort of a gender neutral modern Lenormand deck. Yeah. So I'm going to have that too. And then I have little pins that are based on the characters. Like a child, bear.
Oh, how cute. Oh,
yeah. They're really, really fun.
Yeah, I like that. That's awesome. Well, thanks for hopping on with me real quick, and I will see you very soon.
See you soon. I can't wait.
Yay! All right, bye.
Bye.